The element component of a student's assessment portfolio has additional capabilities we will be looking at. I'm going to use the section Standard Reflections to demonstrate. The element I'll use is diversity. Here the student has been asked to write a paper on Standard 3. Diversity to reflect upon how he has met these standards throughout his coursework and field experiences. The student simply uploads his file here. The Standards tab handles how this piece of work or element of a portfolio has been aligned to program competencies. The program can use whatever set of competencies they choose. This piece of work on Standard 3 has been pre-aligned to Standard 3 by the program. Notice the student cannot remove this alignment because it was a program decision. The program also decided to allow students to make further alignments. In this case, the student's paper on diversity had a lot to do with content, so this student has chosen to align their work with Standard 1 as well. What does this accomplish? The professor who grades this work will see a copy of the paper in both Standard 3 and Standard 1 because of these alignments. With Foliotek, programs decide section by section and element by element how students' work will be aligned with program competencies. Using any combination of program pre-alignment or student alignment, student work is connected to the competencies you are measuring. The Comments tab, Sharing tab, and Request Review button are part of Foliotek's formative review toolset. The student can request a review from a professor by clicking on the Request Review button, selecting the faculty from a drop-down menu and typing a short note. The student has just sent that faculty member a note with a link to their work where faculty can leave comments, mark up copies of student work, and provide students with valuable mentoring on work assignments. The Comments tab reveals formative feedback conversation threads. These conversations can be initiated by the student with faculty using the Request Review button, or if they request that other students share feedback via the sharing link. Let me show you an example. The student here asked the professor for feedback. The professor responded to that request and left a marked up copy directing the student to make several improvements. I'm using a web word processor to look at the suggestions left by the faculty member. The faculty member suggested a better title. Any other changes they might suggest could be made using marked up documents such as this, or they could simply leave me a comment so I can understand what changes should be made before my next summative review. These conversations are archived along with the rest of the portfolio to document student and program performance for accreditation review teams. Foliotek makes it easier for students to successfully align their work to standards and competencies of their educational programs. Students' awareness of the performance goals improve as they make these connections. Moreover, Foliotek streamlines the workload required to provide students with the necessary mentoring and formative feedback they need from faculty and peers to succeed in a competency-based assessment environment.